Hello, everyone. Christ Bearer the King Little Bell here, and welcome to A Bag of Cats. I have had so many messages come through, seemingly directly to me, but I just don't believe that. I am the chosen one. I am a chosen one who leads all of the rest of the chosen ones. My name is from royalty. I cannot be defeated. I am unstoppable. The move I made 2 seconds ago flipped them all on their heads. They can't figure me out. They will never rise to the challenge, and so on and so forth. So many messages. Are any of them legit? Are any of them insincere? I don't know. I'm not passing judgment on that. But I am saying, so far, the track record I perceive seems to be very true to just about everything I just said. And it doesn't matter because there's still work to do. Much, much work to do. And I've had little victories here and there. The kind that just don't seem to be a victory, but they are counted by others in that bracket, and I wish I had your perception. I wish I had your level of earthly judgment. I wish, but I don't, and that's my fault. Oh well. I know for a fact in my heart, in my soul, in my body, some things, but they are things that are, in my summation, not worthy of even saying, because they only affect me. And the feedback I get from the world is, I don't believe you. Oh well, it is what it is, and I will continue on, I will carry on, and I will be strong. And I only bring this up to emphasize my strength. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm in a wheelchair because I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed with restless limb syndrome. I have received so many life-changing words from people, whether they be doctors, lawyers, or people that I would perceive as superior to me. And it doesn't matter. It should be life-changing in a positive way. And when it hits my ears, I immediately alchemize it into something nice and neutral. Not positive, not negative, just something that goes in one ear and out the other. And I don't have a problem with that. For me personally, it seems like balance. Take the good in with the bad and balance it out. Not equalizing statements or actions, but not equalizing statements or actions, but just making it so it doesn't go to my head, doesn't give me an ego, just lets me perceive the world in a way I can rationalize it and that is sane to me. that leads me to where this video is going. I don't have a diagnosis because the net around me isn't letting me seek professional help that I need to. In order to receive a diagnosis for autism, Asperger's, ASD, whatever the hell they're calling it nowadays, because behind the curtain, which I decided to go ahead and pull wide open for me, I didn't just peek, I nearly ripped the curtain off, because why is everyone hiding the information about this? Why is everyone hiding from the information about this? Why would this be an aspect of humanity, how I perceive it, human evolution, something that needs to be hidden? Oh, that's right, because people who are not autistic, who covet money and gems and gold and power and what they perceive as something that puts them better than you, better than me, better than everyone, especially the autistic community. They have the insane thought that I guess they're going to live forever and maintain their power forever. And no. That is a failed thought on its face. And where I'm going with this is, okay, the pandemic that has happened recently has very interesting timing. In 2018, a medical study came out directly linking breathing your own CO2 to autism. Then 2020 comes around and we have a worldwide pandemic that, even though the doctor said masks don't work, everyone said we had to wear masks. The only thing that did was make it so you were breathing your own CO2, which means the young, the in-between, and the old would become autistic. And that means, well, the powers that be have a whole spectrum across the globe of people they can dominate. Not just control, but dominate. And they have done that. Well, newsflash. Based on my arithmetic, based on my perception, based on my details that I've absorbed, and I'm being generous here. Not generous as in for, but taking away from. An autistic individual has about a 20 to 30 point higher IQ on average than a non-autistic individual. So right now, you got us confused with gender confusion, which isn't real if it's an autistic person. We're talking about someone who is very in touch with their masculine and their feminine. If they happen to be male, then they have a very powerful, undeniable connection to their feminine side. If they happen to be female, they have an undeniably powerful connection to their masculine side. And that leads to gender confusion. If you listen to the ignorant world around you passing judgment on you, which only God can do. No child of God, no mortal has any business passing judgment on anyone else. That happens in the end when we close our eyes for the final time and go to meet our Maker. And as far as someone saying, oh, you can't be autistic if you believe in God, sounds like you're passing judgment, earthly judgment. Also, it sounds exactly like what the parrot has said repeatedly. If you're autistic, you can't believe in God. What kind of an ignorant assumption is that? Here I am, spent years finding out, am I really autistic? Did I really find what has made life so confusing and difficult for me? Or am I just crazy? Do I need a professional to guide me? Well, just like you, I'm the only one who is a professional on myself. You are the only one who is a professional on themselves. You're an expert. I'm an expert on myself. I know exactly what I did yesterday, the day before, the week, the month, the year, so on and so forth. There's no predicting the future, but I can go forward with absolute confidence as long as I'm still breathing. I am me. And based on my past experiences, I will continue to evolve. And that's what I believe autism is. There are doctors, lawyers, kings, queens, presidents, emperors, who all want their subjects to remain the same, because then they can stay in charge. But when it comes to an autistic mind, we just naturally understand change is inevitable. It's going to happen. I mean, when I started this video, it was at 0. Now I'm at 12, 42, and 43, and 44, and so on. Change. It just keeps changing. Nothing stands still on this earth. We spin in a universe of spinning. There is no constant, except for, as long as you are breathing, you are constant in your life. I am constant in my life. And now we are facing a cash grab. We have people who are confused about their gender. Well, we get people signed up to be pharmaceutical patients for the rest of their life. Talk about easy money. If we get an entire global population of people confused about their own 5 senses, or if you're keeping track, we actually have scientifically proven 8 independent senses. Those senses are profoundly powerful. I myself have spent an uncountable amount of time trying to figure out what was that I just smelled, what was that I just tasted, what was that I just heard, what was that I just felt, what was that I just saw, etc. And after figuring out, then the intellect shows up. Then the cerebral cortex shows up. But not until then. On one of my videos, I recently got a comment saying I needed to sort myself out, which threw me for a tailspin, because it was like, that's what I do every day. That's why I try and figure out every day. But these senses that I have, which all I have to do is turn my head, and then I have a whole new stimulating experience. Please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe if you find this intriguing and stimulating. Yeah, and this pandemic was their way of saying, oh yeah, here we go. We can grab control of everyone. Such short-sighted, ignorant, low IQ thinking. Like, oh, if we figured this out, that means everything stops changing. No, no, no. The games that the powers that be are playing right now are gonna bite them in the butt hard. Just give it time. Other people like me will rise up and start talking reasonably, sensibly, without passing judgment on you. I don't know you. You don't know me. But if you're listening to me at this point, 16 minutes and 33 seconds, I'm saying something that rings true to your mind, to your soul, to your heart. And that's smoke. And I hope you have heard this before when I say this. Where there is smoke, there is fire. And that's what my goal is here. I've put up a bunch of videos just about my insignificant experiences on this world to give everyone the ability to look and see, is this guy full of you know what, or is this guy actually speaking the truth? I choose to believe that's the only thing I can do. I don't care if you are an angel or a demon, an enemy or an ally, perceivably friendly, perceivably dangerous. I'm not changing me. I am me. I am Christ bearer, the King Little Bell, and I'm going to do and say everything I can to help guide your footsteps down that straight and narrow path that only leads to eternal salvation. Because this life is temporary. We're here one day and we're gone the next. While I'm here, I'm going to help you. I want you to see what I see. I want you to hear what I hear. I want you to perceive how I can perceive. But that is your choice. I am not here to force anyone. I am just here to be a light bringer. Because the world got dark. And I have a whole little lamp. I'm bringing it back and shining it on the darkness that I see. And I hope it's a powerful enough lamp, candle, bonfire, you name it, that it will bring light onto the world of darkness, so that way you can find your way, or at least know you have someone you can trust to help guide you on the way. Anyways, 1928, and I'm going to go ahead and say this is a long enough video for now. I will return, and I will probably say almost the same thing over and over and over again. I need you to take me serious, because what I have just spoken of has seriously already begun. It has already happened. And right now, it's an ugly world of manipulation and control. But later on, when the intellect shows up and the calmness prevails, hello, Aspies. It's our world. Finally. Catch you in the next one.